Bye-bye. Hello, guys. So good to see everyone here. Let's just a moment, for our speaker to be connected also. Okay, that's great. Hello, Carlos. Nice to see
Natalia.
you.
Same.
Great. So just a brief introduction. So hello, everyone who have joined us recently, and thank you all who have been staying with us from the previous talk. So it's BA Excellence Conference that is conducted by the Global Business Analysis Community at EPAM, and we are happy to see all of you with us. Our next speaker is Carlos Cardona with the topic Evolving System Analysis Role thanks to Data-Driven Approach. And let me just remind you that this session, like the rest of the conference talks, is being recorded, and the recording will be available in a week after the session. Please feel free to post your questions in the chat, and don't forget to rate the talk of the speaker on our community platform if you enjoy the talk. And so it's high time for us to get to know our speaker. Carlos, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much, Natalia. Happy to be here today.
Yeah, that's great. So maybe it's time for you to share the first introduction slide, and we can talk a bit about it.
Sure, absolutely. Let me know if you can see my screen right now.
We can see it in presenter mode. I think that it should be switched to some difference.
I'm sorry. I was sharing the wrong screen.
Yeah, sure.
Let me try it again.
Yeah. So, Carlos, you are a senior business analyst with quite a lot of years of experience and diverse domains in which you have worked.
That's true. Yeah, I have 7 years of experience currently, and I'm from Colombia. And as you were explaining, thanks to the experience, I had the opportunity to collaborate in different kind of business domains, such as fintech, travel, retail, and insurance projects.
Okay, great. And have you been always involved in system analysis?
Well, yes, I have been involved all my career professional in business analysis and system analysis.
That's great. So I think that we can start with understanding better the system analysis role with your help.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that you should hit the present.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Thank you so much. We're excited to hear more about this topic. Thanks.
Sure. Thank you so much for the introduction, Natalia. So it's time for a show. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining today's talk today. In this session, we're going to explore how the field of system analysis is undergoing a significant transformation in the era of data-driven decision-making. By the end of this talk, you will understand how data-driven system analysis can lead to better decision-making and improve business outcomes. So, first of all, I would like to share with you what is tomorrow, what we're going to have tomorrow. So our BA skills are not enough to cover business demands because technology is evolving faster. And to upgrade our skills, we need also to adapt and evolve ourselves to be at the same speed as the technology is growing up. So, first of all, we need to talk about system analysis. This is a skill that has been turning into a trend in the recent years. And maybe if you are a system analyst, you would like to know how you can improve your role. Otherwise, you could ask yourself what you need to do to jump into this new skill or professional role. So, about system analysis, it is a process of collecting and interpreting facts, identifying the problems and the composition of a system into its components. System analysis is conducted for the purpose of studying a system or its parts to identify its objectives. It is a problem-solving technique that improves the system and ensures that all the components of the system work efficiently to accomplish their purpose. You need to know the input you are receiving, the process or transformations you are doing, and the outcome is provided as a result. Now, let's talk a little bit about data analytics. So, data analytics refers to the process of examining, cleaning, transforming, and modeling data to discover useful information, draw conclusions, and support decision making. It involves several techniques and processes aimed at extracting business insights from raw data. The primary objective of data analytics is to increase efficiency and improve performance by enabling organizations to make data-driven decisions. Data analytics has numerous applications, including market research, business intelligence, predictive modeling, risk management, customer relationship, and many others. Finally, let's talk about data-driven decision-making. Data-driven decision-making is an approach to business management that places emphasis on decisions that can be backed up with verified data rather than guesses or assumptions. In today's increasingly digital world, vast amounts of data are generated every moment. These data, when properly gathered and analyzed, can provide valuable insights about a business performance, customer behaviors, market trends, and much more. Leveraging these insights, organizations can make more informed and strategic decisions. So, as I started about this topic, if you would like to be a key player in the system analysis or business analysis, tomorrow you will need to combine these three concepts: the system analysis, the data analytics, and the data-driven decision making. Okay, after this quick introduction, it's time to review the traditional system analysis approach. So first point on the map is about requirements gathering. There are different techniques and approaches you can use to gather requirements. Some of the most important and common in the industry are the interviews, the surveys, and the documents review. So regardless the kind of the project you could be involved or the issues you could be facing, it is very important to pick up some techniques to gather the requirements. And in the traditional system analysis, this is something very important you need to do, to gather the requirements. Okay, now another important detail related with traditional system analysis is about the deliverables. So in this role, it's very important to provide artifacts that can explain the behavior of the system, how it operates, the constraints, and the step-by-step you are doing in the processes. So there are two important deliverables you can provide. First one is process modeling, and the second one is the workflows. So whatever is the outcome the team or the stakeholders are expecting from yourself, you can start working with the process modeling on the workflows to detail what is the behavior of the system. And it's very important also to talk about data limitations in the traditional system analysis. So you could have multiple limitations about the data. There are three important of them you would like to be aware. So the first one is related with qualitative data. This means thanks to the data you are collecting into your tool or your business, maybe you are collecting too much qualitative data and you are not able to quantify that behavior or to understand in metrics what is that meaning. So as long as you can process the qualitative data, you will be facing a limitation. Next one is about the availability. So here we're talking about the speed you are getting the data into different tools you are working with and the insights you are gathering from them. So if you are taking few days or few weeks to understand this data, or for example, to have at the end for someone that is available to read it, then you are having an issue with the availability. The expected goal is to have the data very quick and you will be able to start working with it. Finally, we have the lack of analytics tools. This means according to the set of tools you have available to process your data set, it could be an issue or not. And the current situation in most industries is the systems are not up to date according to the volume of data you are receiving nowadays. So maybe your set of tools is not enough to process all this data you are receiving right now, and you are losing some insights or business trends are happening right now in your business. Okay, now it's time to review some advantages and shortcomings of traditional system analysis. So let's talk about the advantages. So first one is about thorough understanding. Traditional system analysis provides a deep, systematic understanding of the existing system. This can include workflows, functionalities, constraints, performance, user interactions, and so on. Another advantage is the problem identification. Thanks to a deep understanding of a system, analysts can pinpoint problems areas and identify inefficiencies where improvements are needed, thereby providing clear direction for system improvements. Also, another advantage is the structure. The step-by-step nature of traditional system analysis can create a strong foundation for the system design process, allowing for organized planning and clear communication among stakeholders about what needs to be developed. Finally, we have as an advantage the clear documentation. Traditional system analysis emphasizes record keeping, and as a result, it often generates detailed documentation of system specifications, processes, and constraints. This can be useful for future system development and troubleshooting. Now, about the shortcomings, we have, for example, time consuming. The traditional approach to system analysis can be quite time intensive as it requires a detailed examination of every element of the system. Let's talk about the rigidity. Traditional system analysis tends to be somewhat rigid, following a set of sequence of steps. This might not offer the flexibility needed to adapt to certain projects, changes, or innovative approaches. We have also resistance to change. Once a system has been thoroughly analyzed and established, there can often be resistance to making changes, even if this might deliver improvements. Finally, we have failure to leverage data. Traditional system analysis might not take full advantage of the vast quantities of data that are now available or use sophisticated data analytics strategies that can deliver deeper insights and more efficient analysis. Now let's see some details about the rise of big data. Have you wondered how much data is being created by a user in internet per second? In recent years, we've witnessed an explosion in data generation across various sources, from customer interactions to sensor readings. This data overload has been fueled by advancements in technology, making data storage and processing more accessible and affordable. Now, connecting all these points, we have a new era, the era of data-driven system analysis. Leveraging data to supplement and enhance traditional methods means if we have access to the huge amount of data, you would be able to feed your analysis and deliverables by providing enough reasons of the next steps the business should follow. Uncovering hidden patterns and trends in historical data, it will imply the business value within the data is about the insights and hypotheses you can share with your team and your leaders. System analysis doesn't need a yes person because human behavior is changing so fast due to a lot of reasons you maybe haven't discovered yet. Utilizing data to quantify stakeholder needs and pain points. The data provide you details about what is the business looking for, what areas or streams the business should focus, how you can match the results with the KPIs and OKRs you are following right now. Finally, predicting future system behavior and potential bottlenecks. The accuracy of a forecast predictions is very important nowadays. Clients must be prepared for busy seasons, and we have less time to prepare our systems and logistics for it. Now we are going to review some examples of data-driven system analysis. At the top, we have some improvements we would like to apply. And at the bottom, we have some business industries we could apply these improvements. So first of all, we have predictive analysis. Data analytics allows system analysts to use historical data to detect patterns and predict future outcomes or trends. For instance, in finance industry, predictive analytics can be used to assess loan risks and prevent defaults by analyzing customer financial data and historical trends. About manufacturing industry, by analyzing historical sensor data from machines, predictive maintenance can be performed, identifying potential equipment failures before they occur, preventing downtime and saving costs. Now about automation of tasks. Data analytics tools can automate routine system analysis to free up human analysts to tackle more complex analysis tasks. So for instance, in healthcare industry, claim processing in healthcare can be partially automated using data analytics, freeing up medical professionals to focus on patient care. On human resources, for example, data analytics can automate tasks like screening resumes and scheduling interviews, allowing HR personnel to focus on more strategic initiatives. On real-time analysis, earlier, performance of systems used to be analyzed using historical data mainly, while now with data analytics, real-time data is possible. So for instance, in retail industry, if you have different retail stores, real-time analytics of customer behavior using sensor data and security cameras can identify areas with high traffic or congestion, allowing to better resource allocation and improve customer experience. About transportation industry, real-time traffic data analysis can be used to optimize traffic flow, predict potential bottlenecks, and provide real-time route to update the drivers. Well, so as long as we keep going through the data-driven decision making, we can find different challenges and strategies. So I would like to share different challenges that we have at the top. And from my point of view, what could be the strategy you could use to face that challenge? Or well, if you have any other, it will be good. So let's start with the data privacy issue. If you are facing data privacy issue as a challenge, my recommendation is to implement strict data governance policies and practices to help address data privacy issues. This includes ensuring that explicit consent is obtained when collecting data. Only necessary data is collected and data is anonymized when practical. Compliance with regulations must be assured and regularly audited. Now let's talk about data quality. If you have a challenge related with data quality, my recommendation would be to apply data validation and cleaning methods regularly to improve the data quality. This includes removing duplicates, checking for incorrect entries, validating the data against established rules or patterns, and updating outdated information. If you are implementing new technology, of course, this could be a strong challenge. My recommendation here would be to apply a phased approach to the tech implementation, and you will mitigate the risk and make the process manageable. Using agile methodologies and investing in training for staff can ensure they are capable of effectively using the new technology. Moving forward, you could face difficulty in integration. So my advice on this case would be to choose software and tools that are designed to integrate with your existing platform or systems to help overcome this challenge. Also, thoroughly planning and testing the interaction process can help to anticipate and address potential issues. And additionally, you would like to test some proof of concepts to measure the benefits and the constraints of using different tools in your integrations. Finally, let's talk about the storage and management. If you are facing challenges with the storage and management, my advice here would be to leverage cloud-based data storage solutions to mitigate issues related with physical storage limitations. Implementing a proper data management strategy would ensure data is properly cataloged, stored, protected, and can be retrieved swiftly when would be needed. Well, so now I would like to share some data analytics tools you could use in your job on your in daily basis if you would like to not only use data analytics for your tasks, also to give the welcome for data-driven decision making. So first of all, we have a set of tools that will help us with visualization. So there are several tools for this purpose. However, most common tools for visualization nowadays are Tableau, Power BI, and Data Studio. On this case, I had an experience on a recent project where I was intended to share the metrics about the communications we were sending to the customers, and if they opened those communications and they were noticed about the changes we were doing on our systems. So the business asked to me about what was the metrics and the numbers about our clients were knowing these communications. I decided to create a dashboard in Tableau to gather these numbers and metrics and provide an answer for business questions. So anytime you would need to display or visualize something, these tools could be your best friends for that purpose. Another set of tools will be related with SQL and NoSQL. In this case, you would like to know what kind of database engine you are working right now. So there are scenarios where you will need to pull the data from databases and start doing some analysis about it. So, for example, in my case, I had the experience to work in retail industry, and there was a requirement to know how was working the process of um, transfers and purchase orders with the products. So I started to run queries and to analyze what was the results of the allocations for transfers and purchase orders. And it was very effectively because you can manage the queries based on any need you could have. Finally, there are another set of tools that will help you with development and with integrations in the current solutions you are implementing right now. So, for example, we have R as language, or for example, we have Python, or even with Java, you can work with Apache Spark. So in these cases, if there is any need to build something that will help you with the analytics in the middle of the transformation of the data, you can start thinking about using any of these tools to enhance your current proposal or development. Okay, so it's time to wrap up. Let's view some key takeaways about the data-driven decision making. So first of all, take the best from data-driven making decision to mix it with traditional system analysis. By leveraging data analytics, we can make better informed decisions, leading to improved business outcomes. Data-driven decision-making requires addressing a lot of challenges, but the benefits outweigh the hurdles. Business analysts with data skills are in high demand. Consider upskilling yourself for the future, knowing the future is right now. So I would like to encourage all of you to start embracing the data analytics and how you can open the path into your project or your business to apply the data-driven decision making. It will help a lot about the results and the business behavior of your customers, and you can start talking about what you can improve, or even start reviewing the features you have right now in your system to know what would be better to improve. So thank you all of you for joining into this talk, and now it's time of questions. So let's open the floor for it.
Sure. We unfortunately don't have a lot of time, just a couple of minutes left. We have a question from the audience on how AI, our top topic of the last year or so, how it influences BA's position from the context of data analytics, but I believe that it's better to answer it already on We Are Community, because we have already run out of time. Carlos, thank you so much for your time, for your inspiration, for us to try something new, just to use this data-driven approach in our careers. Thanks a lot. And the next talk by Anna Ustinova with the topic Create Your Own BA Assistant with ChatGPT will start shortly. Thanks, everyone. And please check the links to Global BA Community social media pages that I'm going to post right away on YouTube. Thank you so much, everyone. And Carlos, especially.
Thank you, Natalia. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Yeah, bye-bye.